So Jared, what's your favorite way to paint?
Have you no eyes? I'm obviously trying to rob a bank here.
I can't even focus with you here, just get the f out.
It's Jared's unnamed web show.
Well, isn't this just f***ing perfect? Hey guys, how's it going? I filmed this 4 hours ago and just deleted it by accident, so I'm refilming it now, at night, with completely different light. And it's also hot as balls in my room right now. But you haven't lived through this entire video once before, so let's start from the beginning. Welcome to this very special episode of JUWS, in which I'm filming my creative share for work. For those of you who are unfamiliar with JUWS, it's pretty much my failed attempt at internet stardom. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the idea of a creative share, it's essentially a meeting that we have once a week at 15:4 where someone from the office leads a discussion on pretty much whatever they want. So this week it was my turn to present. And I chose to film it all in advance because, let's be honest, I'll probably be falling asleep at the office on Monday morning. So, let's get started. Today, I wanted to talk about the idea of aesthetic. And because this is a creative share, I'm going to take some personal liberties with the actual definition of aesthetic. The almighty Google defines aesthetic as a set of principles underlying and guiding the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. That's all well and good, but what I'm talking about doesn't lie solely in the art realm. I'm talking about aesthetic on a broader scale. Personal aesthetic. What exactly, to me, is personal aesthetic? Just keep your mind open when I tell you that it's the way you do what you do. That's right. To me, personal aesthetic is a specific way that you do something. And I really don't think it has to deal with art at all. Now, this might be a little cerebral, so let me give you some examples. We all know that Chris's personal organizational aesthetic is the extreme overuse of stickies. My personal editing aesthetic is to music. Frankie's personal aesthetic for eating is all of it. And we can all agree that Martinez's personal style aesthetic is undefinable. But why is recognizing your personal aesthetic important? To explain that, I'm just gonna tell you a story. There once lived a boy who was extremely frustrated with his shitty photography. This is wrong. Anyway, so I was doing the shoot at the park with my friend whose website I'm doing photography for. And the shot we were trying to get that day was of this huge antique chest that weighed more than I wished it would. So my friend and I are hauling this huge truck all over the park trying to find the perfect shot. And it's hot, and I'm sweating, and I'm tired, and I'm sad because I can't get the photograph that I know I'm capable of getting. I shoot from this angle, I shoot from this angle, I shoot macro shots, I shoot wide shots. For some reason, everything I try just looks stupid and cheap and not anything that I would want to put up on the internet. Then all of a sudden, something magical happened. I put the camera on the ground, meaning that I literally took the camera and put it in the grass. The out of focus grass in the foreground made this cool natural filter, and as soon as I put the camera down, I knew that I got the shot that we were looking for. Look at it. The funny thing is, I've recently uploaded a very similar picture to my Facebook. Look at it. In this case, nestling the camera down inside the cushion of the couch, creating some undistinguishable fuzzy blob at the bottom of the photograph. I don't really know what it is about this, but for some reason, I really like how those photos look. And I'm willing to say that might become my new photographic aesthetic. Let there be light! And since then, every time I've gone out shooting, I've dirtied the frame with something that's naturally in the environment of the subject, and I've gotten the pictures I wanted a lot quicker. So in the time that it took for my battery to recharge, my room got really cold. Can't really explain it. Not gonna try to. Anyway, if my battery died, it must mean that I was rambling, so let me get to the point. Basically, the way I see it, everyone has their passions. And within their passions, they have their own aesthetics. And people settle upon those aesthetics because that's the way that they work best. I like to think we're all here because we're passionate about what we do. And remember, people's passions aren't just art related. You could have a passion for filing, and I assure you, you'd have a way that you'd like to file. You could have a passion for selling cars, and I assure you, you'll have a specific way that you want to sell cars that other people might not use. Or you might be passionate about writing, having a specific style of brainstorming or story structure. I like to think that people are all born with something that they're naturally good at. You just have to take some time with yourself and figure out what that is. In my opinion, there's a lot of power behind knowing yourself. And that would conclude my creative share. Yo dog, thanks for watching. By the way, type aesthetic into YouTube, you won't be disappointed.